most of us are so incredibly reliant on the systems of society to provide us with access to basic needs like food, water, and power. But what if all of that collapsed? What would we do? For the past week, I've been staying at an off-grid permaculture farm here in Costa Rica called Protopia. Permaculture is the development of agricultural ecosystems intended to be sustainable and self-sufficient. And although I am certainly no expert on this, I have spent time at several of these types of communities now, and it's feeling increasingly important to me to learn more about these types of sustainable systems and ways of living that are not only more harmonious with nature, but provide us with more sovereignty as humans. I was invited here by my friend JP, who I met 3 years ago at another off-grid permaculture community in Costa Rica called Punta Mona. Now JP is stewarding the land for this new project and invited me to come check it out. We've actually been shooting another video investigating a mysterious lake in the area known to be a portal for UFOs and extraterrestrials. Side note, and that video will be coming soon, so be sure to subscribe. But for now, I figured it would be fun to give you guys a little glimpse into the off-grid permaculture lifestyle here.
Good morning, Vibe Tribe. I am just waking up. I, for the last week, have been staying at an off-grid permaculture farm, and let me tell you, this ain't no Ritz-Carlton. It's been very rustic. It's definitely tested me and my bougie ass. So I want to show you guys a typical day in the life here because it's actually really cool and really interesting and really important for us to understand how you survive off-grid and to be able to live with less and to not live inside this crazy societal matrix system that is really harming the planet. The room that I'm in right now is just so bare bones. There's no AC, it's just a bed, and it smells very musty. It's just rustic out here. Like, it's just the essentials and no frills. So this morning, I think I'm gonna do a little yoga and morning practice. But before that, I wanna show you guys the bathrooms here. Brush my teeth, maybe take a shower, and hopefully the hot water will be working. It's kind of a toss-up whether it's gonna work or not. Let's go see. The sink here, the water comes straight from the river that's nearby. And it's clean water, but sometimes you get like little tiny pebbles that come through. So everything is made from like the earth here. Like, this is made from clay from the earth here. These rocks are from the river. And all the wood is from the land here. So everything that you see that was built comes straight from the land. So I'm gonna show you the compost toilet. They have all compost toilets here, so that means that they're actually utilizing their for fertilizer. It sounds a little weird, but it actually is something that is actually a great regenerative way to utilize waste. The way that we kind of flush things down the toilet is like pretty harmful to water and just overuse of water and unnecessary when we could be utilizing our waste for more regenerative purposes. So that's what the compost toilet allows you to do, although it's not glamorous. It's pretty nasty in my opinion, and I think it's a great thing, but like every time I use it I'm like, here we go. So this is the compost toilet. Here's how it works. So you lift this lid, you put the seat down, you go, or whatever you're gonna do, and then you take 3 scoops of this sawdust. Very important, this goes back. So yeah, the compost toilet is pretty cool, but it's also kind of nasty and you just gotta deal with it. That's sort of the theme of this whole living off grid thing for me. Like, I'm such a neat freak. I'm such a, not a germaphobe, but I just like being clean and I like nice things, but this ain't that. I'm gonna show you the shower because it's actually really cool. So the shower water comes again from the river, and actually they do have hot water that is heated by gas or something, but it doesn't always work. It wasn't working the past few days, so we're gonna see if I have hot water this morning. Oh,
Oh, it's definitely hot. It's almost too hot. Whoa. Turn that down. Ow! It's way too hot. Holy shit. So the water comes over this like cement board up here. The pressure is not great, but hey, it's a hot shower. I'm a nomad that likes to travel with a lot of toiletries. That's one thing that I need to feel at home is my nice body oils and face oils and lotions and potions. I need them to feel good wherever I am. I travel with a whole thing of castor oil, body scrub, CBD cream, my little hairsprays, and I cannot live without my Anima Mundi oils. I can't live without them. I need them to come with me everywhere. So I have the rose body oil, which is my absolute favorite. I lather my whole body up with this stuff. And then I have the collagen booster for my face. This stuff is liquid gold. It's like a liquid facelift. I have to feel luxurious somehow, even in the jungle, and Anima Mundi helps me feel that way. It just makes me feel good. It's like a form of self-care. The collagen booster is just so divine. I always overdo it and put on way too much. I should be using it more sparingly, but I can't help it. Oh, it feels so good. It smells so good. Anima Mundi is just the absolute best. I mean, they source their ingredients all ethically, wild harvested. It's organic materials. Like the way that they produce these products is just the creme de la creme. Is that like the way you would use that term? I guess, yeah. So if you want to try Anima Mundi or you want more products because you already use it and love it, I'm going to give you guys my discount code for 15% off. Here is the link in the video description. Go have at it. Get yourself some goodies. So now I think I'm gonna go do a morning practice, some yoga, meditation, journaling, reading in the yoga shala. Okay, so this is the main area. What do you call this area?
This is the heart of the place. This is where everything happens, from the cooking to the music to the chilling to the creativity.
So I've been here for like a week or so because we've been making this documentary about a nearby lake that is a UFO lake. And I'm not going to say too much because it's a crazy story, and make sure you subscribe so you are on the lookout for that video because it is wild. So we've been working on that. But there were other people here for a little while when I first got here, and they did like a community immersion where a bunch of people lived here and learned permaculture and we're living together, and now no one's here except you.
Finally, I get some time to enjoy this space a little bit with peace and quiet, and to just really integrate these past 2 months where we welcome people from all over the world to bring in their passions, to master their crafts, to really contribute to the seasonal projects that we have. And it was a lot of fun. It was a big learning experience, and I'm excited to do that again.
So what is your role here at Protopia?
What is my role here at Protopia? I'm one of the stewards of the land, one of the space holders, and one of the in-house managers, I would say. I am taking care of the land, stewarding the land, also bringing a lot of beautiful people here to create and to bring value to this place. So I'm kind of a bridge and a root at the same time.
Very impressive to be fully off-grid, which means that you're not connected to the electrical grid, right? Like that's what off-grid means?
Off-grid means that you're not connected to the municipality in the sense that water supply or electricity supply. So we do not get electricity or water from the government. Therefore, we have to find our own means to receive water and to receive electricity. We are fully off-grid. We harvest our own rainwater, and we also harvest our own river water. So we have a lot of water that comes from the river. The river never gets dry. So we have abundance of water. We also have few springs on the property, so we gravity feed ourselves with spring water, which is such a privilege to be able to be drinking our own spring water. But the electricity grid does not get here, so we're also fully running on solar, so that has its challenges and also its appreciation to electricity. And this whole place was fully built from wood from the land, which is really also another honor and privilege to be able to harvest all these materials here and to repurpose them to creating long-term shelter.
They just built this chandelier out of wood from the land. This is crazy. Look at this. Okay, so how did this get made?
So, you know, we have a lot of jungle over here, and there's a lot of trees that fall down because of the weather. And then we found this tree, which is a leche amarilla tree, which is a very hard wood. And there's a lot of branches just left like over there that were not really used. So we decided to harvest the branches. We decided to peel the bark and to give it a little fine varnish. And then we decided to like put it together and kind of make a chandelier with it. It will kind of last for a long time. And yeah, we decided to repurpose and reuse and just create art with what we have, natural materials that are normally not used. So we decided to make a regenerative craft with it.
Today we're going to show you all the ins and outs of off-grid living, the permaculture that's happening here, the way they're growing food. First, we are going to go up to the yoga shala and do a little morning practice. Do you want to come?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so JP is going to give us a tour of the permaculture farm, and then we're going to harvest a few things to make a golden milk latte, farm to table.
So here we have a lot of different fruit trees. We have a cas tree around the herb garden, we have nonis, we have lemon trees, we have cacao, we have Suriname cherries, we have more cacao and some grapefruits, oranges, soursop, abundance of fruit. And yeah, we're really excited. We're actually gonna go to the cacao tree and try to see, climb the tree, try to see if there's any fruits, any pods that are ripe. Cacao! So you just crack it on the tree and then you open it up. And this is cacao, ladies and gentlemen. This is Theobroma cacao, chocolate. Theobroma cacao means food of the gods, and it's an incredible food that was used as currency. It was first cultivated in Central America, and it's probably one of the most consumed foods in the world. However, most people do not know that it's an actual fruit, and these beans that you see need to be fermented, then need to be dried, then need to be roasted and peeled to make chocolate. Let's give it a try.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. You want to try it?
Yeah. I actually love the cacao fruit so much. It tastes like Starburst candy. It's so good.
The purple color indicates different antioxidants, and theobromine is one of the active ingredients in cacao that actually gives you this energy boost, the stimulant part, and also the mood lifter. There's a big difference between cacao and cocoa. So cacao is the unprocessed form of chocolate. Cocoa, which is spelled C-O-C-O-A, is actually a highly processed cacao. So it's cacao that's highly heated up, and most of their nutrients are degraded by that point.
What's that?
So this is arasa. It's a fruit that is native to the Amazon. It ripens when it's yellow. You can even use it green, like cabbage. You can grate it and put it in salads. And when it's ripe, it's actually very sour, but it just smells like very tropical, very juicy. Oh my god, look at that. And it's just super sour. Oh my god, just like smell that.
Ooh. It smells like mango and pineapple and starfruit. And it smells like a combination of a bunch of good
Smells
things.
like, yeah, yeah.
Oh, so sour. The texture is really nice. It's just so sour.
So we're making golden milk straight up from the farm to table golden milk. Let's go. First ingredient, turmeric, obviously. Turmeric is one of like these biggest superfoods out there. Why? Because it's filled with antioxidants, it's filled with anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, anti-everything compounds. India has one of the lowest rates of dementia in the world, and it's highly due to their high intake of turmeric, which is the active ingredient of that is curcumin. And to activate curcumin, make sure we're adding black pepper in order to actually activate the absorption of that compound. So turmeric grows like this. It grows like a grass, and it's also a perennial. And also one sign to know when turmeric is ready is when the leaves start turning yellow and dying off. Then you know that the plant is ready to harvest, root up. Just similar like ginger. This is all turmeric. And it's so easy to grow because you just throw it in the ground and it will shoot up. Here we actually have a very big harvest of turmeric. One of the essential ingredients of golden milk is ginger, clearly. And ginger is really easy to grow. It's a root. It grows in, 6 months relatively here, and we just love it. It's a perennial. It keeps giving back. One way we know ginger is ready is when the leaves start to die off. They turn yellow, they turn brown, and then the plant dies off. That means the energy in the roots are just alive and ready to harvest. So we're gonna harvest some ginger here. And here we have some ginger. So here we have sugarcane. And we're gonna sweeten our golden milk with a bit of sugarcane. Sugarcane's a grass. It's a very tall grass, has very sharp edges, so you gotta really be careful harvesting sugarcane. Sugarcane. See how it's sprouting over here? That means you can just cut this little piece and put it in the ground and it will grow again. Sugarcane is only 16% sugar, believe it or not. It's structured water and extremely healthy. You can just munch on it, and it's very fibrous, but you can suck and grab the juices. So sweet.
It's so good. It's just like sugar juice. So this is where sugar comes from.
All right, let's go.
Now what?
Now we are about to harvest one of the key ingredients of the golden milk, and believe it or not, it is coconut milk. Yes, we have our own coconuts here, and harvesting them is always as fun as drinking them. So we're gonna grab this big ass long pole and we're gonna walk over to the coconut tree. So here we're really aiming for the more mature coconuts, the brown coconuts, because we want to make coconut milk.
Woo!
Coconut! Yoo-hoo!
So I've been here for like a week, and we've been making cacao elixirs in the morning, and every single morning JP is making fresh coconut milk from the coconut tree right here. And it's made me appreciate coconut milk so much because it actually takes quite a bit of effort to make it.
So the coconut over here, we're gonna dehusk it. One like that, use your knee. And if you hear that sound, oh, we're like hearing the actual sound of the fibers being separated from the actual nut. Coconuts, believe it or not, are not a fruit nor a nut. So what are they? Biologically, they're drupes, which is a very specific kind of plants. So they're technically a mixture between a nut and a fruit, and they fall into the category of drupes. So here we're gonna open. And here we have our dehusked coconut. So we're gonna take this into the kitchen and turn it into coconut milk. Believe it or not, this brown part of the coconut, which some people like to think it's rough or want to move that, this is where all the flavor is. This is where all the fats are and the essential oils of the coconut. So this will merely make your milk the creamiest to help extract the creaminess of the coconut. So now next up, we made our milk. We're going to chop the turmeric and then some ginger. Now this is an unusual way of making golden milk. However, I did learn this from a friend and I honestly love this recipe. So now instead of putting it straight into the milk, I'm actually gonna blend this with a bit of hot water and strain all this madness. Woo! That is spicy and pungent. So put the milk to a boil, and then we're going to grab our blended ginger and turmeric, and we're going to just pour that in. Mix it in with the golden milk, and then we're gonna throw in our little sugarcane
nuggets to give it a bit of sweetness. So I have cardamom over here, one of my favorite spices. It's the world's third most expensive spice. Honestly, I cannot do golden milk without adding a bit of cardamom. We're going to add a dash of black pepper to activate curcumin, which is the active ingredient in turmeric. To activate it, you just need a pinch of black pepper.
Bless, thank you.
Would you like some magic on top of your golden milk?
Yes, magic.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good.
Wow.
It's like the best golden milk I ever had. It's so fresh. It's so spicy, I love it. Wow, well done.
You can taste the medicine in it.
Yeah, it's medicinal. Good job.
You too.
I didn't do anything, I just filmed. You did all the work. I love this. It's so good. Oh my God. The turmeric is so strong.
Yeah, the turmeric is pretty good.
It's like our tongues.
You're tingling, right?
Yeah, and our tongue, you're bright yellow. You're living a life that is very not typical. You're choosing to live less comfortably, to have freedom. Is that how you look at it? Like, why live this way?
For me, there is no other way. I mean, for me, this is the way of living. When I heard you say less comfortably, for me, this is comfortable. Like, this is where my comfort is. And for me, outside of this, or being in a city, or being surrounded by so many people, or being in a place that has limited access to nature, that is uncomfortable. I love this. Like, I love being in nature. I love building community. I love gardening. I love having a connection, having a relationship with the food I eat, with the environment. And yes, there are challenges, of course. And sometimes it can be uncomfortable, but at the same time, it fills me up and it nourishes me and it brings me joy.
Tell me about Protopia, what is it?
So the name Protopia refers to a state of constantly improving. Utopia is this ideal state that is not achievable. It's a state that we dream of, it's an ideal state, therefore it's not something that we can live. So we don't claim to have figured it all, we don't claim to be perfect. However, we're on this journey of improving, and we're on this journey of learning, and this journey of getting better. So this is what the word Protopia means. And this space that I'm tending right now is a beautiful space. It's 14 hectares and 10 of these hectares are secondary/primary rainforest. So there's a lot of jungle here and it's very loud and it talks and there's a lot of wisdom within the plants here. And it's a space that we are designing to garden. It's a space that we're designing to grow our own food. And at the same time, we are an event center. Therefore, we host events in the realms of permaculture, in the realms of movement and acrobatics and circus. And we're also diving into stillness and meditation and natural building. We love to build with wood, so we'll be doing a lot of that as well. And it's a permaculture farm where we're learning how to have more sovereignty with our food systems.
I just, appreciate so much more certain things being here. Like it just makes me appreciate like clean water and clean food and just even seeing how much goes into just like making a golden milk, you know?
Yeah, it's truly a fruit of the labor, just learning what it takes to consume, you know, because we live in a world of consumption. We live in a world of buying things. We live in a world where we want and we need, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think one of the challenges is people are not really aware of the energy it takes to produce based on our consumption, you know, and it takes a lot of energy, and that's why I feel the world is in a state of imbalance. And that's okay. This is all part of the learning process of humanity right now. And for me, it's an honor to be able to have this space where I can invite people who want to come and share their craft and offer their creativity and feel empowered and feel inspired to play and share and create and love and give.
I feel like this is a place you would come if you really want to learn permaculture, if you want to learn off-grid living, if you want to work and actually like get your hands dirty, it's for a certain type of person, I think, which is really cool. Because I think a lot of people who watch my channel and who are part of the Vibe Tribe are that type of person that like they want to get uncomfortable, they want to like follow curiosity, and they want to see new ways of living and like see what that's like.
Yeah, I really call on people to come and to experiment and to play and to leave their expectation at the door. Taking time to be off grid can really help us become more aware of our lifestyle and to bring more joy and beauty to our experience of it.
So Marek and Marcus built this whole fire pit right here from all materials on the land in how many days?
I think 7, 8.
It's crazy. How did you make the whole fire pit? What was the process like?
I use my hands.
So all of these stones are from the river here.
Yeah. And I found out that fire is like, for me, the most inspiring natural light installation I can play with. Fire inspires me. I love to making fires. I love to dance around the fire. When I saw this, I was like, oh, let's make a big dance floor here.
We put a lot of love into it and we created this masterpiece here to stay, to serve many years, to serve many people, to serve a lot of dancing, a lot of music, a lot of celebration.
And Matilda made cacao.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have
And fully shucked
from
the
the
cacao
land.
beans herself.
Cacao from the land. Cacao processed, harvested, fermented, dried. Cacao from the land. And we're about to drink it on our final night with these beautiful humans who've created art to stay forever. Wow. Well, until nature wants to take it back.
So tonight is the sacred christening of the fire, blessing this space for years of joyful celebration, ceremony, connection to come. It's gonna be a fun night. As much as I loved experiencing the off-grid lifestyle and connecting with nature in this intimate way, it also made me deeply appreciate the comforts of modern society that we often take for granted. So when I dimension hopped from the jungle to Los Angeles, I actually felt a deep gratitude to be back in the so-called matrix that of course might need some restructuring, but also has so many benefits that we get to experience. And I really think it all comes back to humans just constantly trying to find balance. So when I was in Costa Rica at Protopia, we were listening to music one morning and the song came on that was like that song that goes, I left my soul on the Pacific Coast Highway. Trevor Hall is featured in the song. Love him. And I was like, that's how I feel right now. Like, I love California and I love the Pacific Coast Highway, and this is now where I am, baby. We're here, the Pacific Coast Highway, right there. And I love Costa Rica. I love adventuring around the world. I've been nomading for almost 2 years now, and it has been such a wild, fun ride. And I feel like California and LA is my home. My first home, of course, is always gonna be Massachusetts. I mean, I'm an East Coast girl in my heart, but I just love this place, and it's somewhere I keep coming back to in between all the adventures. It just feels like somewhere where I can land and take a deep breath. And that's where we are right now, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm here for 1 more month before the next adventure. I'm excited to take you guys on that journey with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little glimpse into the off-grid permaculture lifestyle. We've got another really exciting video from Costa Rica, actually multiple. We've got the one about the UFOs at Lake Cote, which was crazy, and the video from Awaken the Dream. Those are coming soon, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to get more involved with this community, with the Vibe Tribe, please come join our Discord server at Awaken the Dream this year. I was just so struck with how much I'm being called to build the Vibe Tribe more and to hang out with you guys more, do more IRL stuff, do more online events. Y'all are my people, and it's been like the best part of doing this channel is connecting with such incredible people from all over the world. So come hang out with us in the Discord server. The link's in the video description. And that's it for this episode of Skylife. I love y'all so much, and the adventure continues.
Easy, let it come, let the sister sun hit ya. Easy, let it come, don't